Here we are, Monsi, soul sister.
Soul brother.
It's great to have you on the Story Driven podcast. Ah, man, where to start?
How did we meet? What's our origin story?
Yeah, what is our origin story? We met through John Block.
John Block. John Block keeps talking about Evan Galliano. I was like, I thought it must be some big celebrity the way he talks about Evan. And then he showed me and I was like, oh my God, that's a kid.
Every damn time.
Not like that, but in the sense, like, I thought you'd be older because of the achievements that he talks about and the type of work and the quality you bring. It's not a 27-year-old's work. It's more like someone in their 40s. So you're just old soul. You've been around for thousands of years.
Well, thank you. And I don't want to make this about me. This is all about you today. We want to really focus on really, the incredible work you're doing in the world. And I'm just so honored to be a part of that, the journey and helping to craft and capture the story that you and John are on together. I would love to get into everything, like abundance retreats, abundant tribe leader. But before we get into any of that, I'd love to really get to know Monsi Shah. Like, what is your story? All the way back from your first memories in India, and the plot points that set you on the path to where we are now.
Absolutely. So I grew up in India, born in a highly spiritual family, and my parents and grandparents, they were vegetarian all their life. And when I was raised there in that family, we gave a big importance, I would say, like a lot of weight was given to spiritual work, ego, no harm, karma. These were some big principles I learned as a 3-year-old. 5 is my first memories of learning these things. And I remember we were surrounded by temples where we lived, and I remember going to temples and just asking for strength in order to really be the light for this planet Earth. Like, what 5-6-year-old would do that, right? Like, I always found myself different. I wasn't never asking for anything for myself. So I knew that there was something different about my existence because I was also having deja vus very early on. I would exactly know, like, having lived that day, or I would meet people and then I would have known them from before. It doesn't happen to everyone, but from time to time it happened. And it was just like a whole type of spiritual experience of its own growing up. And when I was 10 years old, my grandparents sent me on a pilgrimage / spiritual trip for a month where as a 10-year-old, you wake up at 4 a.m. and you start chanting, you start meditating, and then in the daytime you are at service. So you're in the kitchen cooking for all the saints and gurus and all the monks that are on this journey. You learn to live how they are living their life, what sacrifices mean, what means to have a life that is free from attachments. Like, these were some of the big principles. So I wanted to truly help lift planet Earth. Like, for me, planet, people, and prosperity is big. And that was the mission I was on, right? Fast forward, as a teenager, I was told that I'm going to America. My grandmom, she used to live here when I was about 6, 7. She moved here. And that was her big thing, is to bring all her family there. So my uncles were here in Chicago and my mom was the only one left there. So my mom's like, oh, I don't want to come to America. It sounds way too much work to be there. And I'm really happy here. My dad has a business there in India and he's very entrepreneurial. Both my parents are entrepreneurs. I never saw them go to work in the sense, like, have a boss, right? Like, they worked, but they were their own bosses and they made their own schedules and they created a life that they wanted. So for me, I was like, oh, I'm going to go create this in America for myself. And what happens as a teenager when you come here, that's not how you see the world. You get to really like look at this whole way of living here, which is go to college, get higher degrees, and get a job, high paying job. That's the American dream. And then get a house, get a car, and pay a lot of bills. That's how I saw it. So when I was in my doctorate program, I was doing PharmD at that time because I had already finished my undergrad before coming. I did drug discovery. That was my big mission, is to help people with finding molecules that could truly enhance their lives, because I lost my godfather very early on, around 16. And he was my favorite human being, like what a heart-centered leader he was and how much he did for me. I just wanted people to know that your loved ones can live longer than you wish for them to, because there is hope out there. And you don't know what's being marketed to you. So I picked a path thinking that's the path that is going to lead me to that. And realized that when I was in my second year of PharmD, got very sick to the point where I was not able to sleep. I had massive gut ulcers, and my entire back and my like head area, it was like in so much pain for months. It just was so hard for me to comprehend what the path I've chosen to become the light was not on the light side. I was more on the dark side. I was pretty much becoming the part of the problem instead of the part of the solution, is how I saw it. And think about this. If you are this 23-year-old who's struggling with health challenges, but you're also in school to learn how to help people with their ailments and their sickness and diseases, and your own disease cannot be addressed in school ever, what type of education is that? So I struggled, and I opened my eyes to natural ways of living, nutrition, started literally just reading nutrition books. And at that time, nutrition.org was just launched. Like, this is a big platform that's nonprofit, and it gives you all the information about natural molecules and natural ways of healing, and which is proven. So I was just like in the awe of like, what am I doing with my life? I had a big awakening because I felt that the information that was fed to me at very high price, is like $250,000 I'm paying for this degree. And I was literally being trained to push pills. Because, of course, you have your clinicals and you have your rotations. It's a 4-year program. So there's a lot that you get to see in the hospital system and then the pharmacy system, the clinic system. Like, you get all different types of rotations. And what I saw is the true healing came from all the books I read and the courses I was doing and the functional medicine doctor I hired, because I was just bounced around from one MD to another. Someone's telling me, oh, let's get a colonoscopy, let's get endoscopy, let's get, like, it was all about what could pay them, not about what would heal me or help me with my problems. And then I was given a lifelong sentence of being on these PPIs, which is a very heavy type of acid reducer, which is proton pump inhibitors. And being in school, I know the long-term side effects of it. And they were telling me as a 23-year-old that I need to be on this. And I was like, no, I am not going to be on this. This is not my sentence. I'm not going to get a diagnosis that doesn't belong to me. And that's when my journey started. So I wanted to go for fellowship. I was interviewing with a lot of pharmaceutical companies to be a medical science liaison, and I dropped that. Of course, it became PharmD. I got my license, and I was like, what next? So instead of going for a general type of practice that was pushing the pills, I ended up launching a wellness center. And this was in India, but it was a 3,500 square feet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was literally my dream project. I meditated on it every day for this to come alive, because I knew what I could do for people. Over there, I must have helped over at least 1,000 people get their health back, like diabetes.
Wow.
We're talking kidney failures that are, growing rampantly, like stage 1 to stage 3. ankylosing, I would say, spondylitis. What else? MS. You name it. Like, I was helping people get their health back, reversing all these things
How are you helping them?
through diet, yoga, functional workouts, red light therapy, infrared, and just being their accountability partner and high quality supplements.
Wow. So basically the opposite of what they had been teaching you in the US.
Complete opposite.
Complete opposite.
Complete
Was this
opposite.
before or after? I know that you were a manager at CVS location. You helped them, I believe, grow. Was it grow to 3 million
Yeah.
in their first year?
Yeah.
Was this before or after that?
After that. So
So this isn't even. This is so we kind of skipped over a part. The stomach ulcers, the stress.
So we got the stomach ulcers. I got the stomach ulcers in school first time. And then that's how my whole vision around health changed. And the protocols that I was building was all around lifestyle medicine. And that center gave me the confidence that lifestyle medicine is the way to live. But then that center was not doing financially as you want it to do, because people don't value health and lifestyle as much as they would just rather take a pill. And this is in India.
The easy way out.
This is in India. So even India is so heavily, I would say, marketed by the Western civilization now. And I lost that center, and I was married to someone who got into, bad habits. And then that marriage also became pretty abusive. So I had to leave from there. And because I was licensed and I had, a manager who pretty much said that anytime you want to come back to US, your doors are open for, my doors are open for you. And that was the reason I was like, okay, I need to rebuild my life. And that's when I got that CVS offer. So after that center I had to rebuild myself, because I left with $500 in a small bag of clothes from that marriage. And it was traumatizing, because not just, the marriage took a toll on me, but that person also took away my parents' money. And it's just like a lot of things happen. And what truly comes out of that is never let an adversity go to waste.
Positivity,
right?
Positive.
What is the lesson? Why is this showing up? How did I source this?
Yeah.
Those were my questions. And from that, I rebuilt. In 2018, I came back to San Diego with that offer, rebuilt, not just myself. I helped CVS go from $0 to $3 million in about a year and a half.
It was a new location.
It was a brand new location in Casa de Oro.
Right on. Very cool.
Yeah.
And then you reached the ceiling, I would say, there as well.
I reached the ceiling, not just pay wise, but mentally, physically, emotionally, because I knew it was not doing any good for people. Imagine you've helped thousands of people at your center get their health back without even one prescription. So now here at this pharmacy, I'm being, challenged constantly to push more pills. And there were a lot of unethical practices, I'll be very honest, like, in the lieu of guidelines, they try to push so many things that people don't, like, there's no sovereignty there. Doctors' offices are forced to write prescriptions they don't want to. It's like a pretty big racket here that is being run. And I didn't want to be a part of that. And I was really, my emotions were getting drained. I was feeling like this dark hole in my soul for doing the work that I'm not meant to do. And every time I'm out of alignment from my life purpose, I get sick. So I got sick again with the same problems I had in school.
Stomach ulcers.
Yeah, stomach ulcers. But when an ailment comes again, second time, it hits you harder.
Yep.
Because now you have a weak organ or a weak part that you're dealing with. So it was very hard. I was bedridden again for almost 6 months. And there were many times I felt like I was going to pass away, because I called my insurance policy and I was like, oh, I have this $1 million policy. What happens if anything happens to me? Unexpected, just trying to get all the info. So I'm making sure that my parents are taken care of. I don't want to leave my parents old and without any assets that I could give them back. They've poured so much into me to bring me to the level that I am at, right? So that happened, and I was, even though feeling that, where I was seeing like the dark side of like passing away, but I was every day saying no to death. Like, you're not going to take me because I'm here on my mission. I'm not going to leave without my mission being fulfilled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So my business partner, Michael, at that time, along with my brother, helped me out a lot with getting out of this sickness and healing. And I was just so blessed to have people who truly had my back. And I was just like, imagine if I could replicate this that I have with the support system to a level that is available to a lot of amazing people. And of course, I will be taken care of because I'm creating it. So there's no way out of that. But that was the whole premise, is to create soul family and a tribe that you can rely on. Whatever people need, you go and stand by them. And this is not just to say that we do it, we actually do it, like your actions, right? Like anybody, we've had people in our tribe, they've needed us, and we have cleared us scheduled to go and help them out.
Absolutely.
Many times.
Before we get into our soul family and our tribe, I'd love to also just, I feel that there was one area that we didn't quite cover, which was your experience in building up healthpreneurs, the LinkedIn and helping other health practitioners go from the medical industry into their own entrepreneurial endeavors.
Yeah.
If you could speak on that as well, because I feel like that ties into then now the work that you're doing and
that
we're doing with the Abundant Tribe later.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for bringing that back. So in 2020, when I got sick, there was one of the two things I could have done. I could have been the victim and just say like, this is a hard life, or I could have taken charge. And I knew the way I was healing when I come out of this illness, if I could have a venture that I could rely on and not go back to corporate. That's what happens to a lot of people, is like they don't have any plan and they have to go back to the corporate rut.
Yeah.
I was planning this whole 3 years from 2018 to 2020. So 2018 entire year, actually started in 2017. So 2017 May is when I started that job with CBS. So in 2018, I started planting my seeds around what I wanted to do when I didn't want this job. And my goal was to leave it by 2021, but it happened a little bit sooner. You know, we have our plan and then God has his plan, right? So what I did was I took charge. Even though I was sick and bedridden, what I did was I started leveraging LinkedIn heavily to build my healthpreneur tribe and launched this brand called Functional Wellness Network. And it's all about functional protocols, functional medicine, nutritional medicine, natural ways of healing. All the information and the data I had, literally it was created through that. And then what I started doing was I saw there was a starving crowd of healthcare professionals in corporate that are looking to really get launched and doing their own business. So there was a time when we had like about 200 plus in our tribe of healthpreneurs that were with me. Like every time we do trainings, we were doing trainings for them in Utah. I had at least about 20 to 25 people come, and I was hosting them all on my own dime. I was paying for their training. And we, between individuals and clinics, I've helped around at least, I would say 80 plus clinics and 100 plus healthpreneurs to at least carve a path for themselves.
Awesome. That's incredible work.
Yeah.
And the work continues.
Yeah. It's like bigger and better. It's getting bigger and better.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's what I love about it is, and LinkedIn was such a good help with finding these people, and truly the content, organic content, was the way that my brand story was built. Because what I realized is if you're not writing your story, someone else is writing it for you.
Oh yeah.
So I said, I'm going to write my own story. Why should I let people talk about me without me telling them what to talk about it?
Absolutely. The brand, all a brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room, the stories they tell. And so it's so important to shape our story and make sure that we are at the the leading the charge and leading by example, so that the stories that are told, are in alignment with our mission.
Absolutely.
And what we're here to do and who we are. So,
and people don't understand that every individual is a brand. Personal branding is the best way to build your brand. And today you could be doing healthpreneur, tomorrow you could be doing powerpreneur. Who cares? It's your brand that people relies on. Whatever you put your hand on is gold.
I think that's something that a lot of particularly employees, W-9, whether contract freelancers, even employees, people with jobs, that they don't quite realize is that they still have a brand. They still have a personal brand, whether they know it, whether they like it or not. They're representing their brand with a resume, right?
Yeah.
So they're coming into the room with a resume. That brand is going to have a particular story around it, and that is going to put them in a particular, I guess you could say, status when it comes to an employer versus someone who has built their brand, their website, their value proposition, and beyond just a list of, a resume, just checking the boxes, built visual proof, testimonials, things like this. This is essentially where now stepping into the room without a resume, but you have built your brand, your business. This is really what separates entrepreneurial endeavors from employees. But to me, it's like, it's really not that big of a jump, as I think most people think. They think it's a huge jump from like, I'm used to my resume. I don't really know about building a website. And it's like, instead of building the resume, just do that on a website with, the visual proof, get some client testimonials, and boom, you got a business now. And it's really not, it's kind of like it's at the end of the day, it's personal branding. It's how you're showing up, how you are showcasing your value. And that's everything,
That's what I love about LinkedIn is it kind of gives you that skeleton to build your website out, because it's got the recommendations for you. It's got the feature section, and all your content is all about like your personal story. So I would say every thought leader that's out there should have a LinkedIn going on. It's a non-negotiable.
100%. So now, all right. So you've built and helped 100 plus healthpreneurs, clinics. And I believe maybe this is around part of the story where John enters.
Yeah.
John Block. And then tell me about, because then that's also how connecting with how we met and all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was looking to enhance my speaking career. I wanted to build my signature presentations around the different topics I was talking about, which is health and investments. Those were the two big ones. And I was like, what could I do, right, to have a bigger impact, greater impact? Because COVID's done. At this point, COVID was done. This is 2022 November. And whatever I had to do behind the screen, I had done that part. I built a whole awesome brand. I grew from 1,200 followers to 31,000 followers in a short time. So I got invited to this business communication seminar, and I was like, it sounds interesting, must be something to learn from, right? So that's how I ended up there. And I was walking in the room, and they were talking about plant medicine and the impact of all that on how your mental health could be enhanced, or breakthroughs you get, different things. And I was like, this is cool. I'm a molecule junkie. And from my drug discovery days to now, I'm always looking at how molecules impact human beings. Positive, negative, neutral, right? So I really liked it. I stayed there. And then John was holding up the seminar really well. I really enjoyed all the people that were there. And he made an offer to become a world-class speaker with him. He would do the trainings. And I signed up because I was like, oh, I got a special free invite to this event. I can't be a taker, I got to do something with this person. I got to give back now. And that's the principle, is like, it has to be a two-way street, right? And I signed up, and next thing we knew, after 2 weeks, we were together. He kept inviting me to all these family things, and I thought I was just a special client that he wanted to really enhance. Because I was like, other people signed up. There was like 9, 10 other people. So it wasn't like people, I was the only one. But I didn't see anybody else that got invites to all the other things that he was doing. So I definitely knew something was cooking. And then come around my birthday. So we met November 5th, and then December 4th is when he asked me out officially.
What year was this?
2022.
2022. Wow, recent, more recent than I expected.
Yeah.
That was recent. So you guys really quickly got into the creation around, both of your passions and your business endeavors. And how soon was that where you started like meeting minds of like, how can we create together?
Right in December.
Yeah, like right away.
December is when we launched our company called The Great Adventure. And of course, it was still like, in the works of what this is going to look like. And I was like, what could we do together as a couple with my strengths and your strengths? Because we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses, right? So let's take your expertise, my container, your container, combine the two, and then create this holy trinity that comes out of this whole combination. So we launched our first retreat called RPXP.
Red Pill Experience.
Red Pill Experience at that time in May of 2023.
Yeah. So, okay. So then that was like a year and a half ago.
Barely,
right?
not even.
No, a year ago. It was a year ago. It was
Not
like,
even.
Not even.
We haven't hit 2024 May yet.
Oh my God.
It's a 10-month baby.
Time is flying. Wow. So, I mean, wow. Just
in 10 months, we've
less,
done 10 years worth of work, I feel.
I mean, yeah, So then I get the DM from John. Hey, man, we're working on some stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's when I get involved, Red Pill Experience.
Yeah. So the
in
first
the fall.
one, we didn't have the budget to hire Evan Galliano, but the second one we did.
Amazing.
And first one took off. We had $15,000 spent on the event, and we made about $58,000. So that was a
4x
good success.
ROI,
Yeah.
More than that. Yeah. Awesome.
So we're like, okay, we're in business. This is working.
Amazing.
And then we hired Evan Galliano because we're like, okay, we got to go bigger and better now. And that's how you came into the picture, because he had this big wish that at any time we're going to do a video work, a filmmaking work that is a brand building and brand story, we have to have Evan. So I was like, okay, Evan's not cheap, we better buckle up on this roller coaster.
I'm not cheap, but I think that hopefully now you guys see why.
Well, no, your work, of course, speaks for it. It was not about like cheap or expensive. It's just like the investment with Evan is not small. Let's put it in the right words.
Beyond just video work, we got into brand building, offer construction, literally rebranding to now Abundance Retreats.
We had tough months, right?
I mean, it was a war. We were at war for like what I feel that we found towards the end is like, how do we best serve our audience?
Yeah.
It has to come down to that. It has to come down to like, what does our audience want? Remove everything else out of just remove everything of anything that we want. If it's not aligned with our audience, it's not gonna serve them. Let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
And so what I found now is that this beautiful co-founding relationship between the three of us. Apparently now I'm the tiebreaker as well.
Yeah, I was telling my mom about it, and my mom's like, that sounds good. It could help you and John's relationship because we don't have to be now arguing over things ourselves, and we have someone who could bring in their own perspective.
Let's get back on track. Abundant Tribe Leader. Tell me about what it is, how it ties together your zone of genius with John's zone of genius, me being a part of the Trinity. Now it's a Trinity. Like what is it?
Abundant Tribe Leader program is an operating system. We're giving people how to create your own tribe and thrive, and stay in your zone of genius is one of the things, of course, and how to build your team I would say in a nutshell, like if I had to give a bumper sticker, it's all about like know your worth, work less hours, feel fulfilled, and invest your money.
Invest in yourself and in these alternative
Investment vehicles. Yeah, passive incomes.
Man, there's so much to get into here. Where do we go? Where do we begin with Abundance Retreat? I'd love to get into like, what is Abundance Retreat? Who's it for?
Abundance Retreats is for heart center, mission oriented health and wealth leaders that are in different areas like wellness coaches, spiritual entrepreneurs, alternative investment entrepreneurs, and alternative doctors who truly want to create a tribe and lead it and create this sacred 7-figure container. And not just like that, like on top of that, deliver massive results for the clients and leave the world better than they found. These are the people that come there. You have to have a mission and you have to be ready in order to truly go full in with your vision that you have for the world. So these are amazingly heart-centered people, but they also not just talk about things, they get stuff done. They've already proven that in the marketplace. It's a combination of all the dimensions of health, business breakthroughs, community building, and then also personal leadership. People need to know personal leadership so deeply well in order to be a tribal leader. Tribal leader is a new occupation we're pretty much inventing, which is, let's be honest, it comes from already the ancient era that we lived in. Native Americans have done that, Indians, it's been there in China, like all of the older countries have had tribal
tribes.
Yeah, tribal leadership. But in the new era, it's a different level. It's a different level because we are combining personal leadership with high-tech innovations and community. Make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
it's exciting.
It's super exciting because it's not the small level that it used to play at. Technology has made tribal leadership, people can't even imagine what it's going to be. Like, this is going to be the new occupation. Like me and John, we have a vision that when kids are 18, they're like, oh, should I go to college or should I join a tribe?
Yeah.
And that would be a mark that we would like to see on planet Earth.
Absolutely. So how would you say abundance retreats like differentiate from any other type of like mastermind or event? Like, there's a lot of self-development stuff out there, right? There's the Tony Robbins, there's the Landmark MITTs. Like, what does it make? What is about abundance retreats that is you just can't find anywhere else?
Of course, the level of integrity and trust that is built there, the community, the heart center, mission-oriented leaders who are truly the Jedis of planet Earth is what you find there. I know there's other communities that are out there, but what we bring is something you have to come and experience. That's the only way you would know. Even the brand study video doesn't do enough justice, but you could still see what it's about.
It was a challenge recapturing the experience. It really truly was, because it's one of those things that you have to live it to really understand what the energies that are there. Like I walked away, and each time my family would tell me, you're a completely different person now. The second time again, it was like, who is this new person? You know, from the amount of evolving in just the 4 days, the learning how to communicate more respectfully, personal leadership, stepping into your 100% accountability, and how your actions are impacting and creating ripple effects. You know, I really felt that was just an invaluable thing that I've been taught before. There's plenty of I've invested probably at this point close to $50,000 after film school. So after film school, already went into like $80K of debt, and I started finding programs like Chris Smith's The Story Influence, The Campfire Effect, $7,500 put on a credit card, maxed out my credit card. Adam Urbanski's Revenue Rev Up. So I've been part of these masterminds and I've invested in all these different, but this was really truly the first container that I really felt like transformed, not just like my tactics and strategies and the approach that I took towards my business and sales, truly transformed who I was, like who I was showing up as. And man, it's like, I'm trying to think of like what it is that you and John put together that really is one of a kind, is so one of a kind. From the people to the fact that we're, you know, in a mansion, a more intimate experience, a very small group of kind of like a classroom size versus some of these 200 plus person seminars or these, you know, Zoom online only masterminds. There's really something to the in-person. And it really just all feels so intentional, even down to the vegan food that you prepare there. No alcohol, no sugar at these events, just clean eating. There's just a lightness to even some of the experts that maybe you can speak on, is some of the experiences that you facilitate and put together, and some of the intentionality behind those, from the hypnotherapy that we had at the last retreat with Stephanie, to more recently the tantric dance, the men's and women's circles. Like there was just so much.
Yeah, the goal is to bring people closer together. Also, the goal is to have the highest amount of breakthroughs that you can take home. And what we do is like it's all very intricately thought about, right? Like it's not like randomly put together. So on the first day, we're like, let's do it mellow, where the men do men's work, women do women's work. The second day was in the evening, it was sound healing and breath work. So you get your breakthroughs there, but it's like kind of going up the ladder. And then on the third day, we're doing this whole tantra dance, all about really creating a story out of all the elements that you're made from, and really letting go of all these limiting beliefs and generational curses that you've had because of your family doing it certain way. So think about this, like a prime example is like, you know that you have put your hand on the stove and it's on the burner and it's like really hot and it's burning. But then I'm coming and telling you like, man, this is burning you. And you're like, yeah, I know. But my family does it that way. I'm going to keep it here. You get it?
Right.
So then now my job is for you to realize that it doesn't matter if your family did it this way. You can take your hand off it and recreate your own reality. So they're really well thought upon, and how they built on each other. And then also sovereignty is a big principle that we want to bring, because I've seen that we've all been through phases of life where we felt that our sovereignty's been taken away. And think about this example, like you go to a rental car pickup and they'll say, oh, do you want full coverage or minimum liability, third party? And then you don't even know that you don't need any of that.
You don't need
your
any of it,
rental car covers you.
Right.
I mean, your car insurance covers you for rental car. So sovereignty is a big principle that we want to bring, because you have a choice. Always have a choice, right? So those type of things. And I wanted to piggyback on what you said. We didn't talk about this at all. I have personally spent $125K on different containers. And I just felt like there was just this surface level type of things. Like, I don't know what was missing. I've spent almost $65K on Fortune Builders. I've learned foreign exchange trading through Online Trading Academy. And then I have been to other containers. There was something that was just like missing. Me and John, we felt that all the time. And when we got together and we were creating this experience, we were very clear that we're not going to be another average container out there. We're going to stand out. Like, we're big on transformation, especially John. I have transformed a lot under his leadership. He's my forever coach, right? So our thing is like, eat clean, do that hard exercise, have that hard conversation, stay in integrity, and truly be there for people that you're calling soul family.
I love that. Just like also just coming back to just the Matrix. This was like a reference that was used at the previous retreats, also still used at this current retreat that we just had last week. The Matrix. These are like topics that honestly, like speaking on it, this video may get shadow banned. But I want to talk about it. I don't care about reach, or I don't care about like virality. I want to talk about real shit on this podcast, you know, with me, from the antibiotics and how they affected me in high school, which I have never really even told that full story. Like just how bad they really,
I have no idea,
broke my mental health to the point of suicidal ideation, depression, anxiety, from a total normal high school experience. I was in sports, I was in football, I was going to the dances, I was socializing, dating, getting into like my confidence, and then all of that to be stripped away by an antibiotic in my senior year of high school, you know, that had been, a pharmaceutical. It was a minocycline, I believe, name brand Solidin, which was a tetracycline based antibiotic. And for this to just within 3 months destroy my entire reality. Literally.
What were you put on that for? What was the
acne? Which was ridiculous. It was because a previous antibiotic had stopped working, and so they put me on this new non-FDA approved drug in a way that they made it seem just completely normal and minimized, like, oh yeah, you might have a little bit of headaches, but you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You know, just like minimizing all those rare side effects, all this crap to put me into a test trial. And then for my parents to see me going through that after, back when my brother was 2 years old, was given a giant round of vaccinations all at once. Before that had been talking, singing, developing, connecting, to then that same week after those the vaccines, being diagnosed with autism, and them noticing his.
How many shots were given to him?
So it was a
18,
lot.
20?
Yeah, like 30, honestly. Just all at once. All at once.
So this is a very common issue in our country. Autism is pretty much created from all of these external environmental hazards that kids are exposed to. And let's be honest, not everyone's immune system is strong. Your immune system might be able to take it, your brother's might not, right? Well,
you had multiple factors beyond just the vaccinations with the mercury and the preservatives used in them.
Thiomersal.
My mother
is the mercury form that's used heavily. Thiomersal.
These are toxic preservatives, and
even small amounts create big impact. It's like it's almost like I see it as nuke bombs, right? Like you don't need a lot of it to create havoc, right? So there's a lot of cases, and the funny thing is that there's no responsibility that could be taken. No accountability.
I mean,
you walk away, like there's so much protection against these big pharmaceutical companies. They walk away paying small fines and stay in business. And
with my parents, it was two landmark cases. My parents put a landmark case against the vaccinations, as well as the big one was for the mercury amalgam fillings that were in my mother's mouth. And I don't know every detail. I'm not nearly as educated and like just all of the information that my mom has. I mean, she has a book of research like this big, but specifically they opened a case, and it's still open against specifically the fillings.
The fillings
that were, every time she would bite, mercury into her system, into her bloodstream. So that, combined with the environment with the vaccinations, the doctors they went to just showed that he had a completely abnormal amount of mercury in his bloodstream that had caused, what they found was the brain damage that occurred.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. And that's why I'm very respectful of RFK Jr. for all the work he does around this, and big supporter. It's not about politics. It's about, let's bring soul to our country.
Oh my gosh. That's
right.
Well, you've been hanging out with him.
Yes, I just met him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And what a amazing leader. Like, I am a fan. Awesome. I've always been a fan, but when you meet him and just see how much heart he has for people, he's truly like ready to go to war for people. Like right now he has no security given by our government, and he's not even on the ballot. And this guy, he could be just, having a vacation somewhere. Like, he doesn't need to do this, but he's doing this for the people, for the love of people that he has. So if you're watching this, please.
Hell yeah.
We the People is the party that he is representing, and we want him on ballot.
Oh yeah.
There's no other way. Let's get him in office.
Ending the divide is really his goal. Ending the red and blue. Just like, no, it's like we the people.
We the people.
This construct
Purple.
of, left or right or whatever, it divides us. And I absolutely support him as well. I'm super excited to learn more about
the alliances we are having.
And this is really the fight. It's like, this is a fight. This is real. What my brother went through, what I went through. All of these forces out there, this is really the goal of Abundant Tribe Leader, is to really unite and create abundance for us and create these options.
Absolutely. I wanted to go back to your antibiotic story. What it does is, when you have antibiotics on a regular basis, they're only supposed to be taken for once in a while,
right,
when you have a heavy infection. So what it does, it causes dysbiosis, and it kills all the good gut bacteria. Your microbiome has to be balanced at all times, and the opportunistic bacteria, when you take an antibiotic, becomes really rampantly grown. And then these microbiomes, they actually create thoughts.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the gut-brain connection, right? The serotonin, the
dopamine.
This is the way the body
endorphins.
Consumes nutrition, which then gets converted into, the entire system, the nervous system, all of it. So when I was going through that antibiotic situation, it was creating a toxic environment that
in your gut,
was not allowing the serotonin receptors to do their job. I was like, my cortisol levels were spiking. I was like fight or flight every moment of the day.
Yeah, like, think about your gut as like, it's either like a garden there that a lot of weeds growing, or then you keep the weed under control. You know how to do it, and then you have all these amazing flowers and fruits and all that growing, right? When you take antibiotic, the growth of all the amazing things that could grow is stunted, and the growth of weed is really heavy. Now, what is going to come out of the weed type of growth is a lot of imbalanced thoughts and a lot of imbalance in your brain chemicals. Yep. And the gut-brain axis, so the vagus nerve, is what truly connects our gut and our thoughts. That's why even like overeating is a huge problem in our country, because a lot of people have damaged vagus nerve. The connection between brain and their gut is not there, or it's very delayed. Usually it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to even know that you're full, your satiety level. And usually people have mostly overeaten by then. And that's why we're creating a country that is feeding on a lot of chemicals, synthetic food, and obesity is the gateway to all the autoimmune and cancer. Like, it all starts with obesity. Then comes diabetes, and then
heart disease.
That's the gateway,
etc. Yeah.
That's like telling us that there is breakage in your security system. Yeah. Which is the body's immune system.
Yeah, and it can feel, especially being in America, it can feel pretty hopeless at times. But Abundant Tribe Leader gives me hope. Abundance Retreats gives me hope. Like, this community that we're forming, the tribe, what they stand for: health, wealth, sovereignty for all. That to me is a mission worth fighting for. So I'm excited to be on this journey with you and John. The last retreat. We
would all die on that hill.
Oh yeah.
Right? Health, wealth, and sovereignty for all.
Absolutely. It's a mission worth dying for. I'm curious, how, this last retreat, big energetic shift. How was that for you? Like, tell me your experience of, I know that even the day before the retreat, that there was a bit of these retreats take a lot out of you. Right?
Oh man, I had a breakdown of my own, and it was not anything external, just kind of really exhausted because the amount of work that it takes to put this together, the amount of work to even find the right people to put in the room. We don't just allow anyone to book. They're all vetted. And also just like, you feel like it's a lot of work, and yes, it's worth it, but at the same time, it's like taking a lot out of me. And what I realized though is that dropping the name from Red Pill and creating the Abundance Retreat portal just shifted a lot of the content. It shifted how we would create the flow of the event. Also, the breakthroughs became different. Like everything shifted, right? Like it's the energetic shift of talking about the problem versus taking them on the actual pleasure island, the Mount Zion that we talk about in Matrix, where people end up. So think about this. Red Pill was the vehicle, right, that they take in order to end up in the abundance land, which is Mount Zion. And instead of talking about what happens in Mount Zion, we were just talking about what's happening.
The vehicle and the constriction.
And the problems.
The matrix. And so it's creating this brand that ultimately is really you're very hyper aware of these issues, the matrix and stuff like that, which is good to be aware. That's the first step. But true, I'd say the shift is abundance is the destination.
Exactly.
And so it's like we're all moving towards abundance. That is a very positive fight there that now we can forget about the matrix at a certain point. It's like, no, actually, wait, abundance is the true reality. The matrix was the facade. It's not even real. It's an illusion. Let's give it no thought.
We're all in the matrix. We're born in it.
Right.
So why even worry about it? Let's talk about what's on the other side. And that's why you must have been really happy when the death of Red Pill happened. Yes!
Well,
mission achieved!
I don't know. I mean, your
face tells me something.
There was someone who was fighting for abundance since the beginning. Yeah, when I got brought on back in September, I believe it was on our very first call. Where it was like, hey guys, I think
there's something to be shifted here.
And so when we jumped into that rebrand, oh man, this last retreat, I feel like the ceiling just flew up, like the sky opened, and this is where we're at now. This is it was a new level of really truly like literally calling in abundance, like calling it abundance and then calling in abundance.
Absolutely. I love the whole unlocking the abundance codes and how we were constantly working on that throughout the retreat, and then even our games were structured around that.
Everything.
What do you think about that?
It was fun. It was everything. It was like, we're going to get together, we're going to talk and about building our life, our leadership, building our tribe, all of that, like the structural, like the work, but then also it was like we were having fun with it. It was like, this is fun, this isn't work. This is like, what people think when they think of a vacation, like as something that's rejuvenating, but most of the time you're just going out to seeing a nice location, drinking typically a lot or whatever, and then coming back and all of a sudden you're like back in your life and you're like, oh, you're all groggy and like, oh my god, like, and then you're trying to like,
you feel like a drag coming back to your
you're just like, oh,
rut.
You feel like dread having to return back to your normal. Whereas with this experience after the retreat, it was like, I cannot wait to get back into my normal life with all of this new clarity, these breakthroughs, the transformations, like everything that I learned here, because it's a learning experience and a growing experience. It's like coming back into your normal after. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how this is now going to change everything,
unfold, right? How
my normal is going to shift.
That's what I see in all the participants. Like, think about this. Ari, one of our favorite creators and tribe member, she didn't come to the retreat because she had a lot going on fulfillment wise, and I knew that it was still the right time for her to come. I invited her for like a half a day just to check it out.
Boom.
She said, I want the highest level that you have. I don't want like average low level stuff.
Boom. I love it.
Can you imagine, like half a day? She came on Thursday at 3 p.m. and left around midnight that night.
Wow.
And
just a day, that's all it took. It was just the day of it, just being a part of this whole family and just seeing like, oh, this is what true business building, life building is. It's like real connections, real networking, real relationships, and then everything else comes out of that.
Yeah, like for her, we're creating this whole package where she's going to have just 5 clients, all at $50K, and she wants to hit her $250,000 by Q2. And we're on track because we're right now helping her with how to talk about the enrollments, and then
Build the value, build the brand story.
Together, we're gonna also watch the sales call recordings, and also we're helping her with the offer right now, because a 50K offer is no joke for a 24-year-old.
Oh yeah.
And she's so confident that because of our tribe, she can deliver. She's not afraid.
That's the thing about like having the tribe back you, the leaders, all the different, everyone's a leader in this tribe. So having this true community where you're getting also, not only are you getting to lead others, but you're getting led by others who have your best interests at heart. Like they just want what's best for you and your sovereignty. It's just like profound to see like what's possible. And I feel like, you know, back in 2020, I had another, like when COVID hit, my business hit a breaking point, burnout. I hit a total wall and had and again, it was like that return, right? Very similar to where your stomach ulcers returned. My mental health challenges returned, the depression, the anxiety, everything came back. It was like I thought that I had, but it was like I had just suppressed this stuff, and it was coming back.
You hadn't truly worked through it,
right? And so just to the point where I got into very insomnia, manic depression, suicidal ideation, suicidal thoughts. Wow. Like it
extreme.
Was really extreme stuff. And
well, we both are Sagittarius, so we go extremes. It's like it's all in or all
extreme.
Out.
It was very extreme, and it was ultimately from this lack of tribe. Like if I would have had this tribe that I have now with you, John, and every member of the Abundant Tribe leaders, just all these incredibly heart-centered, purpose-driven, just amazing people that I honestly have fallen in love with each of them as like they're my best friend. I want what's best for them.
Me too. Like it's just the same mission, right?
Yeah.
What can we do for them?
Yeah.
Even with Ari, like she was so impressed. Like she decided to take me and John with her, potential future husband, and she wanted to make sure it was an amazing double date, right? And then they were just blown away. First of all, her boyfriend is very skeptic, so he was like, I've never met people like you guys in my life. And if Ari brings even half as good as people, I'll still sign up for meeting them.
Amazing.
Because he's very, he comes from a good family and well-traveled, so he's skeptical. So what I'm trying to say is now, when they said that, oh, what happens if they ever have any issues in their relationship? And I've told this to not just Ari, but also Martha, and to you too, that like, we as a tribe, we stand by you. We lock arms when a couple is going through issues. We lock arms, we create a circle, and we bring them back to love. Like, what is the healing that's needed for this couple, right? Like this whole outside world where, like talking on the bad stuff on behind the back and trying to divide the couple, because let's be honest, there's a lot of jealousy out there. When people see powerful couples, like they want to see how can we get into that, like how to break them, right? It happens a lot. Even good partnerships, like now since you, me, and John are going to be working together, a lot of people will try to like do stuff. Like I've seen that. Me and Michael had that. Yep. So many people who randomly just come and like say stuff that they have no business around. Right. But then you just become so thick-skinned and so grounded and so solid in your partnerships, like nothing matters.
Absolutely.
So that's what the whole Abundant Tribe leadership is, like such profound, deep soul family connections, business partners that emerge out of it, different levels.
It's different. You don't get this anywhere else. Like I've never been part of a mastermind where I could just, like for example, John Hamilton, it was in my pod, and we're talking about what's next after the retreat, and he mentioned, I'm up in Oregon, and I just say, hey, you ever come around to LA? He said, actually, yeah, sometimes I do. I said, come on by, come through, come hang out. And he said, you know what? I will. And he said, you know what? Later on that day, he said, you know what? There was someone that some girl that I was thinking of hanging out with in LA, but if I really came down to it, I'd rather just come to LA and hang out with you, man, and just hang out with my brother Evan.
Yeah. And he invited you to his house in Oregon.
Yeah. And then you got Beth Davis, like
what a leader.
My new adopted mom. My second new adopted mom, because Kapana is my first adopted mom who adopted me as her son. And so I have a new brother
it's
with
like
her son,
abundance,
Ryan.
right?
Yeah,
abundance of family. Like you got
I'm talking
multiple.
to Beth, and she's like, come stay at my place anytime on the East Coast. Anytime you're coming to the East Coast, you got a place to stay. I'm just like,
these
this
type of
is
relationships,
real relationships, you know.
they open their heart, their homes, their other amazing relationships that they're proud of.
It's true.
Like Jenny, think about Jenny. She's bringing so many other people to the
God.
tribe.
Yeah.
She brought Anthony, Brenna. She's bringing Tracy. She's bringing Doug. Like she has like 6 people she's already enrolled in.
Perfect.
Like,
honestly, I want to bring as much people I know into the abundance retreat as well. Like I want them to experience it for themselves. I want to share this, what we've been creating with the world. And so that's the next goal.
we're gonna be such a big hit. Like people will talk about us, and
impact,
this will change the trajectory of planet Earth.
Big impact is what we're here for, you know. And so I'm excited to continue on this journey with you.
Yeah, me too.
And
it's a beautiful journey.
It's been a beautiful journey. I'm very grateful. Feeling very grateful right now to just be. I mean, this last retreat was $300,000 event. Was that it? $300,000 revenue?
I would say gross would be different because we're still talking about investments with people. So yeah, let's say around 300,000 to 400,000.
So on track for a 7-figure business. Our 3rd retreat in. Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit, and then we're changing our model with, doing a lead event and having a summit for all the people who are wanting to know more about this.
Yeah. You know, and I say these numbers not to brag. I say them because I say them to really, it's like, I want to be transparent with the journey.
Me too.
Because I feel like people don't hear this stuff, that it's doable. They don't hear that this stuff, like building a tribe, building a business around true value-based, principles, things that you're passionate about. It's like something that's like almost like this taboo topic, or it's just like not talked about in mainstream.
Yeah. And
I want to break it down. Like
it's possible.
Yeah.
It's truly possible. Let's be honest. the one that you came to shoot first time, that wasn't very profitable, but we still made money.
So it's part of building a business, is learning to adapt, pivot, make improvements. I'd say that a profound difference with this container versus other masterminds I've been a part of, for example, like video agency masterminds, right? So it's like where I'm in a group with a bunch of other video production company and video agency owners, and we're all masterminding all around our niche. But one thing you don't get with the groups like that is a community that truly can also become your source of serving others as well. In a container where you're just all with essentially your competition. A profound difference with the Abundant Tribe Leader container and the Abundance Retreats is, for me, it's like, to me, I envision like the Avengers, because you really are calling experts in so many different fields who can all come and support each other, without feeling like there's like this competition where you've got like, everyone else is doing the exact same thing you're doing. And so what it does is it also kind of creates this chamber of commerce at the same time, which is
a lot of economy gets exchanged there. It's a microeconomy of its own. When you came, you broke your records of restarting the brand story, which was 57,000 the first month.
Yeah, 57,000 in 1 month.
In 1 month that you were working with us. And then you hit your second high, which was 89. And of course, a lot of it is like ripple effect of all the work that you start doing and people start seeing how much you're delivering to people. Also, think about this. Like we just did a buddy system, and Ari was matched with Dr. Kalpana. And I'm pretty sure Dr. Kalpana is going to go ahead and have Ari as her YouTube expert and monetizing YouTube whenever she's ready.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Kalpana was like, where do I sign up?
YouTube is for her. I mean, really, that's where I see her is crushing it on the YouTube game. And
Me
just
too.
Getting content out constantly, so I'm so glad that she found her YouTube strategist and consultant, specifically with monetization on YouTube. That's a very specific strategy that Ari has like honed in. She was working with TEDx on that. So
Kajabi hired her.
Yeah, there you go.
To teach Kajabi's coaches how to monetize YouTube.
So these are perfect examples of Together We Rise.
It's amazing. Like the type of people we have, even We have a spiritual Oppenheimer in our container who's working on the light side of creating this. There's going to be this egg that will launch, which will have, it's called the love bomb. And when you open the egg, the frequency of love comes out and you truly feel it. It's the angel frequency of love. This is Cole. And Cole.
So Cole works with Apple.
That's just his day job.
He
has 7 other projects.
What is his role in Apple? Could you remind me?
He's innovation? A data scientist.
Data scientist for Apple.
Yeah.
He walked up, little humble brag. He walked up and was like, "The work you guys are doing with video is on Apple's level." And I was like that moment for me, it was like probably one of the profound moments of the retreat is someone from Apple coming up and telling me, like, I see you, what you're doing, and it's like at this quality. I was just like, holy crap, we are undercharging.
Oh yeah.
But no, I don't even look at it like that, because it's like, no, I'm on board this mission with
and we're gonna grow.
I don't want to be working for the Apples. I don't
Exactly.
want to be working with the corporations. So
Me
this
neither.
is where I want to be. Yeah.
I want to work with small heart center corporations that are basically on our level of the mission. Like me and Jenny were talking to a group in Miami right now, and they launched a $20 million center with about 45, 50 employees. And Jenny's like, Monsi, we can train their employees because the right side doesn't know what's happening in the left side, and the heart is not there. Yeah. And the people are not getting the best of the results because of that. And I said, can you imagine if we can get all the employees for 3 days in one room and we create our magic with them? What happens? They will never see outside of this organization to look for a job again. Right. And they will have high integrity, heart-center relationship, and the community will see that, and community will vouch for the center.
Corporate collab abundant retreats, I could see being a huge hit for developing that corporate, the culture, that soul family like bond between the employees and the.
So I created a proposal, and Jenny's right now presenting it to the center.
So as we design the brand story for abundant retreats, let's have that in mind. And let's design it with that intention. Strategically, we can design it where it's able to connect with both a universal audience as well as a target client, such as a heavy hitting, like, some type of blue chip brand or so forth. So let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Any conscious entrepreneur who has a mission in the world and they are seeing there's gaps in their leadership, in their container with the company culture, we can come in and create the magic that will live forever.
Oh yeah. And then the way I really see this expanding is, because this is getting into like our strategy that we're going to do later in the hot tub, is getting into really how to expand abundance retreats, the abundance brand, global, and really create a massive impact and ripples. And the way I see it happening is by really building up our tribe of leaders to then go on and then put on their own abundance retreats, where they will then build up their own their own leaders. Their tribes will then become the leaders of the following tribes, and so on and so forth. And so
this is $1 billion project.
Yeah, this is a big one, because we have the ability to really on a massive scale awaken and just raise consciousness toward true abundance, true lifestyles that can create abundance and maintain it, and I can already see what the difference it's been making in my family's life, just showing up as more of a leader. So let's keep it going. Yeah.
The goal is to change the vibrational being that you are to the next level of your vibrations that you can hold, and it's a permanent shift.
And it's something that really, it's like this loving energy that I feel at our retreats. I feel that it's through this creation of a container and a community that truly honor, respect, and see each other and want the best for each other, because everyone is on that same path of personal sovereignty, self-development. And this is something that I just don't see out there in the world very much. As I see, these types of truly groups of where everyone wants the best for each other. There's no scarcity around, like, if that person has this amount of this or that means that I have less. that just doesn't exist here. It's like that abundance is for everyone, and it's like available to everyone is truly what we step into in this group. And a big part of that abundance is the love that you mentioned that I felt there at those retreats, and just feel for each one of our tribe members is just like a truly unconditional love. And it's powerful. And I feel like it's what's most missing in corporate environments, in the school systems, the college systems, things like that, is like, it's all up here. We're trying to think through our problems and grow, build a life all up here. And people completely forget about what this wants.
Yeah. You know? I mean, we're not taught to stay in our heart.
Yeah. And this is, it's own organ, but it has its own serotonin, neural system. It has its own mind. The heart has its own mind.
Absolutely.
And it's
now,
neglected
I'll tell you
so much.
There's actually 3 minds we have.
Right. It's the gut.
So your brain has its own mind, your heart has its own mind, and your gut. And when you can align your gut and the heart and the brain, that's where the magic happens. And that's what we are truly the master of bringing. At Abundance Retreat.
Absolutely. I was hanging out with Miro, and he does the theta healing. So in the hot tub, he put us through a theta healing session, and he literally afterwards, it was just me and him. And I let him know about some personal issues that I've been dealing with that were like kind of weighing on my heart. I was like, this is something that I feel I want to let go of, these, specific traumas, things like that in my life. And he did this exercise where we did the breathing, breath work. And he said, if your heart had a voice, what would it say?
That's profound.
That was very powerful for me, because I hadn't been listening to my heart. It had been all up here. There was so much noise, and the stress of building a business and all the different, like the decision fatigue of like all these little parts coming together. And I just had to come back to home for a moment, and my heart told me everything. My heart told me like everything that I needed to hear. And after that moment, I walked out of the retreat shedding basically every bad habit. Like I literally looked at alcohol after, and I was like, I don't want that. I don't want it. Wow. There was like generational family stuff that got lifted, right? Because I was something that I knew, like my grandfather, with the alcohol, the casual drinking was something that I saw that was starting to kind of pass into me, where I would be drinking, stress, just stress relief, and it would turn from like having a glass of wine a night to then all of a sudden now you're having 2 or 3. And that's where it sneaks in, it snuck in for my grandfather. It does. And unfortunately, he passed on way too early from cirrhosis of the liver. So it's like, those were things like I was sensing that were weighing on me. And like, by coming home to like, what does the heart truly want? What is it saying to you? It was pleading with me. It was saying, please listen to me. And I said, what is it? Tell me, what do I need to hear? It said, you're above this. Wow. And that was all I needed to hear. I was like, oh yeah, I don't need that. And then came out of the retreat, didn't want to drink.
Yeah. There's no desire.
No desire. The desire's gone. And it was like that coming and meeting the mind with the heart. It was like, oh, man. So this is just one experience with one person at this retreat, Miro. But here's the crazy. There's like 39 more. Here's the crazy part is I had an experience like that, a profound breakthrough moment where I really got to know this person, but also that person got to know me, and we felt seen. We exchanged ideas. So yeah, it was like 39 more of those same things.
And multiple with 39 other ones.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then the group exercises we did.
That was so much fun. It was just truly like pure joy.
My favorites were the
bringing your inner child alive.
My favorites were the exercises in appreciation, specifically the pod leaders, Beth. It was Dr. Ken, Beth, and then Aaron.
That was truly John who designed that.
Next level stuff, where everyone the 3 of them stood in the front of the room, and then everyone came up and just got to whisper acknowledgements. The amount of tears that were coming out. I started crying.
Everybody was crying.
And it was just from like, and I hadn't even told them what I wanted to tell them yet. And I was already just sitting there looking at them and having people whispering it and seeing them start smiling and crying. And I was like, what is going on right now? I'm crying, like full on crying, And it's like, you just, oh my gosh.
And then the cradling that we did for Christia, the last one.
Holding her up, yeah. Literally holding her up above.
She's never been the same person again.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
it was like a death of the old Christia that was on that cradle. And then she came out a whole new person. She's living a magnificent life and very happy. And
I just cannot wait for the next retreat. And luckily we don't have to wait 6 months now because we are doing them quarterly now. Mm-hmm. Incredible.
Yeah.
So last thing, shameless plug. Tell me, give me the info. Give me the details. What is the next retreat looking like? What's the dates, and how do we sign up?
Absolutely. So the next retreat is coming up. It's July 15th to 18th. And this is going to be fully sold out. We only have about 14 spots left.
It's already selling out. Spots are already selling. Literally like the day
while
after.
we were talking, John's probably talking to someone to sign up.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the buzz from the last retreat, it was like everyone wanted their entire family and friends to come to the next one.
Wow.
That's what I was hearing.
That's profound.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do a family abundance retreat.
I was thinking the same thing. Couples abundance retreat led by Scotty O. And then some other like relationship and experts, and then family retreats with the different experts in family. We can do like a family therapist on the panel.
Oh yeah, we can bring world-class people. That's like something that keeps coming. So going back to that, July is coming up. It's not too far. You got almost 3 months to plan this out with us, right? To clear your schedule. And this one is going to be in El Cajon. Mm-hmm. We've rented out another beautiful mansion there.
Amazing. Well, I can't wait to see the next group who we're going to have and the journey that we're going to take together.
It's going to be very profound.
All right, soul sister.
So closing thoughts, Evan. Things that we have in place right now are going to shift. I truly invite you to join us. Like I'm talking about our people. Like I'm truly inviting you to join us and experience this at the price that it's available, because nothing's going to stay here. It's going to change.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to continue on this journey with you, sister. And
likewise, we're in this for life.
Locked in for life.
And many more lifetimes after. Who knows?
I'm down. Thanks for being on the Story Driven podcast. That's a wrap.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure, and what an honor to be working with you, Evan Galliano.
Thank you.